9 straight days of competition capped off here in Budapest, Hungary, track and field world championships. Listen, there were so many performances that I loved across the board, from Noah Lyles doing the triple, Shericka Jackson 21-4-1, to Antonio Watson winning the 400, Sha'Carri Richardson finally kind of overcoming all the doubters. This was an amazing world championships with so many performances I can't even count. But as you all probably were, you were probably waking up super early to catch some of these competitions. Of course, I was here doing interviews, which you can catch in the, the links are in the description for all the interviews I covered. We've been staying here super late till like midnight just to catch the athletes. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy, and I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. But with the Budapest World Championships over, the Diamond League is now back in action. And there was no way that I was going to come all the way to Europe and not at least stop at one of the Diamond Leagues. So had to come here over to Zurich in Switzerland to catch the first Diamond League post-World Championships. Here we have a plethora of athletes who are going to be going onto the line, into the field for the first time since winning gold, silver, bronze, or, unfortunately having some disappointments. But we're going to talk about all of it going down this next week on Thursday here in Zurich, Switzerland. Let's start off, of course, with that women's 100-meter dash. Now, originally, this was going to be Sha'Carri versus Shericka, Shelly-Ann, Talu, Elaine Thompson-Herah. All the top names were going to be in the race. Unfortunately, we all know Shelly-Ann. She unfortunately, that injury popped right back up during the relay. Huge shout outs to her for even being able to pull through and, complete the relay, get that handoff, and then, she's getting treatment. So hopefully she gets a speedy recovery for Paris next year. But in this race, we still have a lot of women. First off, Sha'Carri Richardson, newly crowned world champion in the 100-meter dash, championship record of 10.65 seconds, significantly dropping her personal best, before Budapest. And she's, of course, going to be the favorite in this race. We're not going to see Shericka Jackson. She's going to be in the 200, but Elaine Thompson-Herah. Now, we know that Thompson-Herah has been dealing with a couple injuries. She unfortunately wasn't able to make the Jamaican team individually in the 100 meters, but we're going to see her in this race. She did put down a good leg, at the World Championships in the heats of the 4x1, but really looking forward to seeing what she's going to do. Twanisha Terry, she has always been a mainstay when we're talking about U.S. 100-meter sprinting. Though she didn't make the individual team, she had a masterful leg on the back straight in the 4x1. And of course, we know her for her accolades last year, both on the 4x1 and in the 100-meter dash. So Terry is in this race. We also have Daryl Nita. Daryl Nita has been having an amazing season, more so on the 200-meter side, but also on the 100 as well. And then other ladies like Tamara Clark, Mujinga Kambunji, they're all going to be in this 100-meter race. So, Sha'Carri Richardson, she is going to be the ones with the eyes on her. So very much looking for it. But like I said, Shericka Jackson, not in the 100, but instead in the 200. Newly minted double world champion over 200 meters, championship record of 21.41 seconds, the second fastest time in history, only 7/10 of a second off the world record of 21.34. Listen, I thought she was going to get the world record. I still think she is very much in range. If there was a little bit of wind, she could have gotten close, right? There was no wind in this stadium, but regardless, Shericka Jackson, she is the favorite, of course, on this start list when we're talking about the 200 meters. But look at the other women in this race. Not saying anyone's going to challenge her, but look at the other women. Gabby Thomas, silver medalist from this World Championships in Budapest. She ran 21.60 at USA's. She ran 21.81 to get the silver medal at World Championships. I'm really looking forward to this matchup. Not expecting some crazy fast times or anything. It's a little bit rainy, I think, on Thursday when the meet goes off. Things are going to be, it's not going to be rainy. It's going to be a little bit warmer, but I'm not expecting anything too crazy. Really looking forward to another head-to-head between Shericka Jackson and Gabby Thomas. You also have Brittany Brown. Now, Brittany Brown, she chose to run the 100 meters at USA's. She said she was dealing with some injuries and some setbacks, so didn't want to go for the double. But she had an amazing World Championships where she was running sub-11 consistently through the rounds all the way to the final. Now, the final was crazy fast, so tough to put her on the podium, but the 200 might be her better event. And if she's in this field, gets pulled along by Shericka and Gabby, who knows what's going to be possible for her. You also have Tamara Clark doubling back here as well. You also have Daryl Nita doubling back here as well. Daryl Nita, she got 5th place in the final at the 200 meters. So I think she has a lot of potential in the 200, going to be in this race. And then Twanisha Terry also doubling back. So we're going to see a lot of women from the 100 over to the 200. Don't forget TT Terry finished 5th place at USA's in the 200, and she has significantly progressed, getting her personal best down to 22.1 seconds, I think it is, 22.17. Anthony Strahan, she trains with Shericka Jackson. She's been having the season of her life, made her first World Championship final. And then Kayla White. only made it to the semifinals at World Championships, but for her to make the USA team in the 200 says a lot. This 200 meters, now that I'm kind of reading through the start list, it is absolutely stacked. The only people probably missing are, I guess, Sha'Carri Richardson at this point, right? He very, very much stacked a race. Again, I'm not expecting anything too fast, considering it's a lot colder here than it was in Budapest, and they're just coming off a couple days from the World Championships removed. So we're gonna see what happens in that too. Now let's stick on the 200s, but move over to the men's side and just moved a little bit. There's a little bit of music playing in the background. I want to make sure I can be heard clear, but we have Noah Lyles headlining the men's 200-meter dash. And if you could not already tell, all these fields are stacked for the first Diamond League post-World Championships. Now, Noah Lyles, triple world champion in the 200, 2019, 2022, and 2023. The first person, I think, since Usain Bolt to win 3 back-to-back 200 championship titles. He also won 3 titles at Budapest, winning the 100, 200, and 4x1. He is undefeated in the 200 since, I think, the 2020 Olympic Games when he finished 3rd place there. But he is the consummate 200-meter performer. It's really, really hard to even pick anything against Noah Lyles. Now, on a maybe chillier week than it was in Budapest, I'm not expecting nearly as fast, but Noah Lyles very much is going to be in the driver's seat here. He's going to have some competition, though, with Arian Knighton. He's going to be in this field, and I think this is their first race outside of the World Championships this entire year. I don't think they've run except in Budapest, and then even before that, maybe after World Championships last year. So we're going to see a great head-to-head. I love to see these two go head-to-head. And then also Kenny Bednarek, he's going to be in the race. Unfortunately, finished 5th place at the World Championships this year. Didn't have the performance that he wanted. Unfortunately, dealing with some injuries and setbacks, but hopefully he might be able to have a big comeback here. Andre DeGrasse, he's going to be in the field. He also didn't have the World Championships he might have expected. But Alex Ogando, Aaron Brown unfortunately stepped on the line in the semifinals, so was unable to kind of progress through, or it might have been the heats, forgetting exactly. But Zarnell Hughes as well. Zarnell Hughes, he had an amazing World Championships. Finished 4th place in the 200, but finished 3rd place, got that bronze medal in the 100-meter dash, really overcoming those setbacks and all those tough times since, 2015, the first time he competed at Worlds, to finally get on the podium. We're going to see him really in the mix here. We can never forget about that London race with Lyles, with Tobogo, and with Zarnell Hughes. Who knows? Another one-off race, we might see something nice. Again, not expecting anything too fast, but going to be a really, really good field that we do have. Women's 100-meter hurdles. Now, this was arguably one of the surprises of the entire World Championships. Definitely on the sprints and hurdle side. Josh Kerr, shout out to him, taking down Jakob Ingebrigtsen. But Danielle Williams, gold medalist in the 100-meter hurdles, her first gold medal since 2015. She's also only, one of 4 people, I think, to win a double gold in the 100-meter hurdles in history at the World Championships. So Danielle Williams is going to be featuring in this race with all the major players. We're talking about Nia Ali. We're talking about Alicia Johnson and Tia Jones, who weren't able to make the World Championship team. We're talking about Kenny Harrison, right? The bronze medalist from the World Championships this year. Jasmine Camacho Quinn, silver medalist from the Worlds this year. Devin Charlton from the Bahamas. She set a national record in the it was either the heats or the semifinals at the World Championships. Very much in the mix, and all these women are going to be gunning for a win here, potentially to take down Danielle Williams, who's the reigning champion. Jasmine Camacho Quinn, again, Olympic champion, silver medal, everyone is going to be gunning for that win here. And don't sleep on even Nia Ali. I mean, before the World Championships, Nia Ali was setting personal bests. She was having an amazing season. The only person really missing from here is Tobi Amusan. I think she finished 5th or 6th place at the Worlds, but really, really great women's 100-meter hurdle field. I love seeing all of them going head to head, week after week. They never duck each other, right? So this is a great field that we have. And then sticking in the hurdles, the men's 400-meter hurdles. The only person missing here is the bronze medalist, Rai Benjamin. He's not going to be in the field, but we have Karsten Warholm, gold medalist. We have Kyron McMaster, silver medalist. We also have guys like Roshan Clark, right? He set the world junior record in the semifinals in the 400 hurdles in Budapest, right? You have Trevor Bassett. He ran, lights out in the semifinals. Unfortunately, came up a little bit short in the final. CJ Allen, he didn't even make the final, but he ran extremely fast through those semis, right? Dos Santos is in the race, of course, world champion from 2022. You have Wilfred Hapio, 4th place, I think, in 2022. So this field is super, super stacked. Again, only Rai Benjamin is missing from here. Karsten Warholm is known to really put things down when we're talking about these one-off races. So even though he, quote-unquote, only ran 46.8 at the World Championships, we could see him put something down like 46 low, like he's been doing all season, because this is a one-off race. Now, I don't know if I expect that. Again, I'm not sure with the colder weather. It's a drastic change, I'm telling ya. It was like 80, it was like 90s with like humidity. Here, it's 50s. I think Thursday is going to be like 60s, high 60s. It's very different. So don't expect the athletes to go crazy. But for men's 400-meter hurdles, it's always a show when Karsten Warholm shows up. And with guys like Kyron McMaster, Alison Dos Santos, this is going to be a great, great race. Now, let's talk about the field events. We have two main jumps that I really want to talk about. Women's triple jump. Budapest was arguably the greatest women's triple jump competition since about, 2008 or so, where women were jumping 15 meters left and right. But we're going to see all these women back right here in the women's triple jump here in Zurich, and they are really going to be going for something big. Yulimar Rojas, of course, she got the gold medal in Budapest on her final jump. This has kind of been an up and down, not an up and down, but a step back season for Yulimar Rojas, not jumping nearly as far, maybe, I don't want to say struggling, but not really hitting the mark and not really getting into the pit, as far as she has been in previous seasons. She got the gold medal, but I think a lot of these women have been taking advantage of Yulimar Rojas stepping back and trying to seize the opportunity to potentially get a win over her. In Zurich, this might be the time. Though Rojas is in the field, you also have Perez Hernandez, who got the bronze medal in Budapest. You also have Beck Romanchuk, who got the silver medal jumping 15 meters, right? You also have Povea. You also have Thea Lafond, right? Shanika Ricketts, Katora Orji. This field is very much stacked across the board. And I think a lot of these ladies are going to be looking for some revenge based on Budapest. You're talking about, what? Sixth place in Budapest, jumped 14.87 meters. If I'm remembering correctly, that's the best sixth place performance in history for the women's triple jump. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what all these ladies are going to be doing. Again, I think with Rojas kind of, not hitting those really, really far marks that she had been doing in previous years, women are taking advantage. They really are taking the opportunity to try and get a win. We might see Rojas lose. I don't know. I think she's still, of course, in the driver's seat, one of the most dominant. So we're looking forward to seeing what she's going to do. Finally, let's talk about the men's long jump. We're gonna have a very, very strong field for the most part in here, right? You're gonna have Tentaglu, he got the gold medal, just like Rojas on that final jump. But a lot of competition just along with him, right? Jerian Lawson, Will Williams, at least on the American side, Tajay Gale, he's gonna be in the mix, got that bronze medal after dealing with a plethora of different injuries. Kerry McLeod, I think he got 4th place just off the podium, right? Jamaica got 2, 3, 4 at these World Championships, so they're gonna be in the mix. Also, India has been having a huge kind of renaissance when we're talking about the javelin, the triple jump, and the long jump. Sha'Carri, I apologize for mispronouncing the name, but he is going to be in the field here. And, a lot of other guys. Ehammer is, one of the guys to always keep in the mix as well. So really looking forward to seeing what this men's long jump is going to do. I am still waiting for the days when we're going to see 870s and 80s and all kinds of really, really far jumps. It's going to come one day. May not be this era, but listen, it's going to come. We're going to see it back in our lifetimes where 9 meters is going to happen. It might take a while, but we're going to see it one day. So this is Zurich. Again, we're going to definitely be here talking to athletes, getting some coverage and all that. Let me know what event you're looking forward to in Zurich coming up on Thursday, the first Diamond League stop after the World Championships. We have Zurich. You also have meet in China on Saturday where a lot of athletes are going. You have Brussels and then the Diamond League final. We're going to be in Zurich. We're going to be at the Diamond League final. Let me know what you think about Zurich. Who are you looking forward to? What performances do you think are really going to set things off? And thanks for watching.